Oh, we got noise in the background here. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios on this 02.18.2026. Current time is what is that? 5:51 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York. That's the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside. This Wednesday morning, hump day, middle of the week. We're working towards the weekend, halfway there, and we got a good cup of coffee first thing this morning. That tastes good for a hashtag positive start to the day, hashtag PSTDD. Good morning, folks. Good morning, good morning, morning. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Rumble, using Rumble Studios, broadcasting out. We got 4 people on Rumble, 1 person on Locals. We got 2 people on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. 2 people on Twitch. And one of those 2 people is our Jersey girl, our good friend Tina down there in central New Jersey. Good morning to you. And we also have down coming in from Warner Robins, Georgia, Tony D, my good friend, brother, veteran and fellow broadcaster there. Good morning, Tony. Hope all is well down there with you. And salute to you. Positive hashtag positive start today. Tony and Tina say good morning. She's just waking up, folks. She says good morning to you, Tony and Tina. And glad to have both of you here this early morning. We are early once again. Started 10 minutes to 6, so I'm on a roll. We're going to maintain that. That's consistency. So I like that. And but I am at Fireman Rich here on Rumble, at Fireman Rich over there on X, which is my mainstay for posting. And I just posted up the link along with about 10 other places there. I'm on a host of other fine, good social media platforms that I post on. Just Google at Fireman Rich, or just look at in the show notes and as far as that goes. And Tina saying good morning to Tony from the Twitch, and Tony's back over. He's on the Twitch saying good morning back to Tina. there, and now he's saying saluting on to Rumble. Rumble rocks, and Rumble, thank you, Rumble. Rumble rocks. We got 6 people on Rumble. Thank you very much. Let's get that up to 10. Let's see if we can get that up to 10. We haven't been up to 10 since because there's like one, two. There's I'm allowed three racks read ad campaigns to do. Okay, I have to space them out. Like I think it's every when you do one, it's every 20 minutes, but I'm allowed to do three. So um, let's see if we can do three. Let's try and break the bank. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun aspect of Rumble Studios that we appreciate Rumble for providing that for broadcasters and stuff that are monetized. Um, I guess I am monetized. I've gotten a check from them. I think it was last year and stuff. I pick up a few pennies here and there and stuff like that, and it's fun and it's interesting. It gets you knowledgeable of the platform and stuff like that. And Twitch does the same thing, and I appreciate Twitch. I'm affiliate over there and stuff like that, and I appreciate that you don't have to. I'm telling you, you don't have to. Okay, but it is appreciated. Okay, you can't. A broadcaster cannot just arbitrarily say, "Oh, thank you," and that not real. It does mean a lot, but you don't have really. You don't have to do it really. It's I have fun doing this. Just having here. We have an active chat, which is great, and this is. Doing this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If I'll let you in on a little secret, it's more for me than it is for you folks. Okay, I get up and I'm up anyway. I'm having coffee. So, I'm gonna have coffee with I'm using my Godfather thing. We had Robert Duvall that passed away the other day, but we did have another gentleman that passed away that surprised me, and he was an icon in the civil rights movements. And I want to make note of that right here. It was yesterday. I think it was just was it just before or after I did my audio podcast yesterday, and but he was an icon, a great man, a great American. I didn't agree with not a lot, but I think there were some things I did not agree with them. But the man stood for good, and he stood for the people, the people. Okay, he was in the civil rights movement. He was actually with Martin Luther King when Martin Luther King took the shot that one April, back in April. I can't remember the year, but it was a April morning on a balcony outside the motel they were staying at, hotel motel. And let me see let me get this down here. I'll bring this up, and that individual I'm talking about is the great. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Come on, Rich, get with it. The great Jesse Jackson. I know there's people that didn't like him. I liked him. I disagreed with him on some things, but I liked him. I liked what he stood for, and as far as that goes, and he was an icon. He did, like I said, pass away. There he is marching. I'm not sure where that's at. But there he is, Reverend Jesse Jackson, 1941 to 2026. His family says 1941, longtime civil rights leader and founder of the Rainbow Push Coalition, Reverend Jesse Jackson, passed away at age 84. His family says our father was a servant leader, and he was a leader. He was a leader, not only to our family, but to the oppressed, the voiceless, and the overlooked around the world. We shared him with the world, and in return, the world became part of our extended family. His unwavering belief in justice, equality, and love uplifted millions of his families. And I would have to say there's no dispute on that aspect, undisputed truth as far as that goes. And that's the podcast yesterday. Even well, there's a little controversy with this comment, but the president made comment about him. I'm not going to read it all, but it was over. It's posted there on Truth Social right after the announcement was made of Reverend Jackson's death, and President Trump hails Jesse Jackson as a force of nature and a good man. President Trump, I say, is a good friend of Jesse Jackson. He was a good friend. The Reverend Jesse Jackson passed away at 84. The president said, I knew him well long before becoming president, and they were good friends. They were very good friends. He was a good man with lots of personality, grit, and street smarts. That's a big compliment, street smarts. And Jesse Jackson was street smarts coming from the streets of Chicago. He was a generous, someone who truly loved the people. I'm not going to read this next part and stuff like that, um, uh, but Trump. He provided office space for him when he started his Rainbow Coalition, probably free of charge. I would almost surmise because Donald Trump did that sort of thing back in the day, and for a lot of the black community and minorities and stuff. But in the Trump building for years, and responded to his. This is Jesse. He responded to Reverend Jesse Jackson's request for getting help for the criminal justice reform passed and he signed when no other president would even try. Single-handedly pushed and passed long-term funding for historical black colleges and universities, which Jesse loved, but also with other presidents would not. Other presidents didn't really respond as well as President Trump did. He responded to Jesse Jackson's support to opportunity zones, and that was a big deal for him in New York City, the single most successful economic development package yet approved for black businessmen and women, and much more. Jesse was a force of nature like few others before him. He had much to do with the election without acknowledging or credit. And he says he didn't really get along with. I'm thinking there's some truth. He did not really care for Barack Obama because he did make a comment, but he came back. But the main thing that Donald Trump is saying, he loved his family greatly, and to them I send my deepest sympathies and condolences. Jesse Jackson will be missed. President Donald J. Trump. So I think that's my hats off to the president. Some will say that he's toting his own horn. No, he's paying respect to a very honorable man. So anybody that says that the president is thinking of himself, in this moment, he's bringing attention to Jesse Jackson, because where were all these other presidents? They would mention him when they needed him as a backdrop and stuff like that. But he was friends with Jesse Jackson before, and that's admirable. He's remembering a friend. So this crap that I see on TMZ, you know what I say? TMZ, F you. And I'll get with that because I saw that yesterday. It's disingenuous. Jesse Jackson was a generous man because there's an article here. He visited Binghamton University when he ran for president. He visited right here at Southern Tier, and there's the picture right there. He visited, as far as that goes. We have an article, a video here, but civil rights leader and two-time president candidate Jesse Jackson passed away Tuesday morning at age 84. Jackson worked alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. During the civil rights movement, helping him to the cause forward. When people found out that Dr. King had been assassinated, people wondered whether the movement would continue on, or would things go back to the way they were, said Reverend Dr. Damon Wilson, the president of Broome, Tioga NAACP. You have an individual like Reverend Jesse Jackson who not only took on the work, but made sure King's dream did not die with him. And that's admirable, and a great American Jesse Jackson was for that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to share this video right out of the gate because we are talking about the great Jesse Jackson, who I have great respects for. Okay, he's right up there with Martin. He was Martin Luther King Jr.'s right-hand man almost, as far as that goes. So let's go ahead and bring this up and take a listen to this out of respect for Reverend Jackson. I'll catch up with the comments here after this video, folks. So just hang loose. I want to get this in because this is important. This is important to me because this is a great man. He had great vision. Let's see, where are we at here? Where's my video? Oh, no, that's not my. Oh, it's on this tab. Okay, here we go. Let's bring it up.
This morning, the world woke to learn of the passing of civil rights leader Reverend Jesse Jackson. 12 News' Daniel Curran spoke with local advocates to learn more on Jackson's legacy, both in Broome County and across the country. Daniel.
Well, that's right, Autria. Jackson spent decades advancing his message to improve civil rights across the world, which included a stop here in Binghamton in the late 1980s. Civil rights leader and two-time presidential candidate Jesse Jackson died Tuesday morning at 84 years old. Jackson worked alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. during the civil rights movement, helping move the cause forward after King's murder.
When people found out that Dr. King had been assassinated, people wondered whether the movement would continue on or would things go back to the way they were. And you have individuals like Reverend Jesse Jackson, who not only took on the work, but made sure that King's dream did not die with him.
Jackson later launched the Rainbow Push Coalition, an organization aimed at achieving equality for all. He also ran for president in 1984 and 1988 and continued his advocacy for civil rights throughout his life.
We see a major movement in the 50s and 60s, but we don't see another major movement until Black Lives Matter around the early 20-teens. And so I see the role of Reverend Jackson as being that bridge between the civil rights and Black Lives Matter.
During his 1988 presidential run, Jackson made a stop at Binghamton University along the campaign trail. Former associate nursing professor Blenda Smith was in attendance that day and reflected on hearing a message that inspired the thousands in the room.
The energies just kept building. This wonderful man is coming, he's coming. And when he finally got there, people were just beside themselves, clapping and standing and hooraying, and it was just wonderful.
Jackson was known for his inspiring phrases like, "I am somebody," and "keep hope alive." Live in studio, Daniel Curran, 12 News.
So there's his. So we visited the University of Binghamton. He was a man of the people. He lived a good life, 84, but he did have an impact on this country as far as that goes in his lifetime. And I want to just give homage to him as far as that goes. And we thank you, Dr. King, or Dr. Reverend Jackson, I should say. And we say God bless and Godspeed. So when somebody passes away of that nature at 80 and stuff like that, you just I grew up with Reverend Jackson in the news and stuff like that. He was a talk when I was in grade school during the 60s and during the 70s and stuff like that. Turbulent time. Those are turbulent times in this country. And but he was a great man. There's a lot of people that disagreed with him as far as that goes. And I'm just it's a passing of an era and stuff. He paved the way, if you look at it, for Barack Obama's winning the presidency. It set the table, in a manner of speaking. So you can't forget that. You cannot forget that. So again, we say God bless and Godspeed, Reverend Jackson. The comments here, Double J's. Good morning, Double J's. Coming in from a place of an undisclosed location in the Southern Hemisphere. How you doing, Double J's? Good morning. And a Tor Duvall, if you remember, passed away too. Oh, okay. Yeah. And an actor, Duvall. Yeah, I mentioned Duvall Monday, as far as he passed over the weekend and stuff like that. He was a great actor and stuff, an iconic. I still remember that the stance is when he's standing there with the First Cavalry hat and Apocalypse Now, and he says, "Oh, I love the smell of napalm," and it's like that's a classic. So two giants there passed away here and stuff. So we say God bless and Godspeed to both of them. And Double J saying hi to Tony from the Twitch, and they're deplorable. We got the flags flying. Good morning, Patriots, he says, coming in from Bradford, Pennsylvania there. Good morning. And Tina also saying hi to Double J, sending the love there. And we do appreciate that. And let's see. Oh, my good friend David Bailey is on. He's got a video up and stuff like that. And Tina saying good morning to Deplorable, also from Twitch over to the Rumble there, Deplorable. And we say, and yeah, fat fingered again, Tina. Yeah, and just say, just, waking up in the morning, those keys don't hit right, you know. So I want to get that right out of the gate there because, like I said, the man, Reverend Jesse Jackson, ran for president twice. So that's something you laugh on the key things. Yeah. So, but we give our condolences to the family, to the Jackson family there. So, okay, let's see. We are getting started. I hope everybody had a good day. We're halfway through the week. Yesterday went fairly well. It's just sort of a quiet day. I did the audio podcast. I did the bicycle. I enjoyed the weather. I sat out on the back stone steps porch. We got up to 50 degrees yesterday. It was gorgeous. It's outrightly gorgeous yesterday. 50 degrees sitting out there, and that's the warmest it's been this year so far, weather-wise. And then I had we watched our show last night, Dr. Best Medicine, about Dr. Best there in the village in a seaside village there in Maine. That was pretty good. And look at this. We got a dense fog advisory. What's that about? Is there fog? I didn't see any fog out there, but I guess there is out on the roads. We'll get to that here in a little bit here. Our current temperature, though, is, it dropped a degree. It was 34. It's 33 degrees Fahrenheit, which is still comfortable, okay, compared to that goes. And we got Tim Fanforty. Yo, 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 coming in from Michigan. Glad to have you here, Tim. Hope all is well with you. Thank you for being here. And Double J saying, returning a hello to Tina, saying hi, madam. And we're getting the people filtering in here as far as that goes. And Tina saying good morning to Tim Fan. And why isn't this working? Let's see. Okay, there it goes. So we got 33 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me change that. It was 34 before we came on, and I did step outside. It feels nice. It does feel nice. And Tim is saying he's loving his new maintenance job. Yeah, okay, you're getting into it, my friend. That's good. It's always good to love your job because it doesn't feel like work. So that's good. Probably a better working environment than where you were before, working for that that previous boss there. That was, I guess he's a family member from what I remember. Current temperature is 33 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 0.5 degrees Celsius. And let's see, great benefits working for it's a government job too. Oh, that's even better. There you go. Stick it out there, my friend. You get a good retirement of a government. Is it state or federal? Is this, as far as you got two types of government, you got state government. Yeah, they're both good. You get a retirement from either one. It's pretty decent retirement these days and stuff like that. I had a family member that had a state retirement and it was pretty good. And yes, the family sucks. Yeah, I'm just talking about. I don't know about the rest of it. I know you mentioned about the family member being the boss of where you worked for. It seemed like he was a very good family. It's state. Okay, that's good. No, I had a brother or my sister-in-law's husband who passed away several years back. He had a state retirement, and it's pretty good. And let's see, it's for a low-income house. Okay, gotcha. You got to take care of that. Okay, housing is important for the people. Housing is important. Double J says family can't live with them, can't live without them. Exactly. You like that one? Yeah. The missus, she heard that one. She says she likes that one. Double J's. And yeah, okay, so he drinks too much. I'm not going to say that, Tim. I think it's state. I don't know. Okay, it probably is if it's low, if it's housing and stuff like that. because usually the housing is under the state unless there's it's a federal retirement and stuff like that. There's federal money's probably involved, but it's state run as far as that goes. So it's 33 degrees Fahrenheit here, and like I said, I stepped out for a moment to feed the outdoor cats, and it felt pleasant. There's no wind, and as far as that goes, and you can live without them. Yeah, for now, right? Yeah, you shouldn't always, even our worst family members, you got to sort of, I guess you keep them at bay. Let's see. It's going to be a little wet today. We got periods of rain, high around 40 degrees Fahrenheit. It got up to, did it get up to 50 yesterday? Did it get up to 50 yesterday? Huh? Did it? Okay, it might have gone past it. Might have been 51, 52, but it was nice. So we're looking at high around 40 today. Winds light and variable. Chance of rain. It's 90%. It's a little wet out there right now. Rainfall around a quarter of inch. So let me see the Doppler. And Tim Fan says right. Lots of laughs. Okay. And deplorable. I got your weather. It's raining out there. Rain and snow here, but 35. Good morning. Good morning to the missus from deplorable, Tina, Tony, and everyone. Okay. What's that? Jason, who's okay? That guy's. I must be following that guy. Okay, I haven't seen that guy in a while. Let me see the Doppler here as far as the radar. Stand by for a minute. Let me see what we got on the Doppler. There's the Doppler. Okay, we got just down in the lower. That's the lower Pennsylvania, Towanda County. That's Towanda County right there. So it looks like it's mostly down below as far as that goes. So currently right now, but we did get some overnight over. And let's see, the sun will be rising this morning at 6:58. 6:58. Let's see my audio. Okay, 6:58, which is in about 32 minutes, in about another half hour. The sun will be rising here in the southern tier of upstate New York and be setting at 5:42. Gained another couple minutes there. Longer days, 5:42. That means it'll be well past 6 o'clock, 6:15 to be when it starts getting really dark and stuff like that. So let's see our world times and temperatures as I speak, starting in Honolulu, Hawaii at 1:16 a.m. Cloudy skies with a little clearing, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Phoenix, Arizona at 4:16 a.m. 4:17 a.m. Phoenix. Clear skies, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. In the windy city of Chicago, we have cloudy skies, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City at 6:17 a.m. It's raining in New York City, I guess. 36 degrees Fahrenheit in New York City. Down in central New Jersey, where Tina is at, it's 46 degrees Fahrenheit for the high today. That looks good. And 34, and it's raining down in Jersey. Down in Warner Robins, Georgia, Tony says it's 51 degrees down in Warner Robins, Georgia, just south of Atlanta. You got Atlanta, then you got Macon, and then Warner Robins is below that. So Tony's down there in the deep south. 51 degrees Fahrenheit, 71 for the high, 51 for the low. So you're low. Mostly cloudy down there. And like I said, let's see, we had some other weather reports from okay, deplorable says that it's 35 degrees Fahrenheit with rain and snow there in Bradford, Pennsylvania. And Tim Fan says rain now, but be 64 degrees out there in Michigan. Okay, that's pretty cool. We got the spring-like weather coming in. Going across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean, to London, UK at 11:18 a.m. Cloudy skies, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, Manja, it's lunchtime in Milan at 12:18 p.m. Sunny and clear in Milan, 54 degrees Fahrenheit. So lower the temperature on those ice rinks. The Olympics is in Milan, and they're doing the skiing in Cortina. I should get the temperature in Cortina. But the Olympics are continuing there. I'm sort of getting focused in on the hockey a little bit because the U.S., both the women's and men's team, they got a shot at the gold. They're both in the. I think they're going into the medal round. I think it's going to be for the women's. It's going to be U.S. and Canada. So that's going to be interesting. I think U.S. beat Canada too, or no, they didn't. I'm not sure. I just know I'm going to be focusing on that. I think that's this weekend. Let's see. Going to India because Double J's is here, and Double J's is home country. His home country is India, but he's at an undisclosed location in the southern hemisphere, as I like to say. It just makes you a little more mysterious, Double J's. Anyway, in New Delhi, India, it's raining in New Delhi, 66 degrees Fahrenheit at 4:49 p.m. in the late afternoon. In Mumbai, India, at 4:49 p.m. Sunny with some passing clouds, 81 degrees Fahrenheit in Mumbai. Going to Kuala Lumpur at 7:20 p.m. Sunny and clear skies there, 81 degrees Fahrenheit in Kuala Lumpur. And let's see, how's my audio doing? My audio is still good. Tokyo, Japan at 8:20 p.m. Clear skies in Tokyo, 46 degrees Fahrenheit. And down under on the great continent, great country of and friends and allies. Let me see something here for a minute. Clear skies in Tokyo. Yeah, okay, we got audio there. It just went 46 degrees Fahrenheit. I can't hear myself in the thing here, but we're good there. On the great continent and great country and great friends and allies, Australia is in Melbourne, Australia at 10:21 p.m. in the late evening. Clear skies, 65 degrees Fahrenheit there. And in let me see something. Take that off there. That makes it a little bit clearer. I forgot to take that off. That's okay. There we go. Melbourne, 10:21 p.m. Clear skies in Melbourne at 66 degrees Fahrenheit. In Sydney, Australia, at 10:21 p.m. we have cloudy skies, 73 degrees Fahrenheit, and those are world times and temperatures as I speak. So that noise. I got to remember to take those connections off because you get that buzzing just went away as far as that goes. Let me see what the audio looks like. The audio is still doing good, I think. Hang on for a minute. Let me try something here. Okay, let's see. Does that work? Let's see. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay. A little audio adjustment here as far as that goes. Okay, there we go. We're good. We're good now. Okay. It just sounded like it was getting lower in my ears here. So our national day for the week. Let's see. We got National Drink Wine. Yeah, I like I like wine. Wine's not bad. It's okay, but let's see. National Crab Stuffed Flounder Day. Ooh, I love crab and I love flounder, but that's how. No, today is for the Christians around the world. Today is Ash Wednesday. So and it I think Double J. I know you're not. I think you're Hindu, right? And you're not Muslim, but I think in the Hindu religion and the Muslim religion, they're starting. What's that? It starts around the same time. It's Ramadan for the Muslims, but I don't think it's associated with Ash Wednesday. But it's Ash Wednesday. That's the national day here in the United States. I go to my good friend Double J's there. Oh, you're Christian. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I just figured. Okay, there we go. I'm a profile. I know. There are a lot of Christians in India and stuff like that, but I don't know. And Ramadan's not the same thing as Ash Wednesday because they're not Christian and stuff, but it has something to do with the Muslim religion and stuff like that. But they coincide. They coincide to a certain degree. But our national day, I'm going to go with is Ash Wednesday. Which there is a great amount of Christians around the world and stuff like that. So let's see. India has all the religions of the world, but Hinduism is a majority. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I know we've had some. So you're okay. You are okay with assuming. No, I don't like to assume. It's just like I didn't realize I'm a Christian. I was raised Catholic. I have gone to uh, various other Christian, a Baptist church, a Methodist church, a Protestant church, and stuff. But I do sort of lean, even though I'm not a practicing Catholic, I lean towards the Catholic. But I am a Christian. Okay, that supersedes all that and stuff like that. As far as that goes, so, but I'm not really that much. I'm not that overly religious and stuff like that. But it's good to have some religion in your life, as far as that goes. Let's see, Ash Wednesday. As far as for our national day today. So, if you got yesterday during the audio podcast, I mentioned it was Fat Tuesday. You got to get all your drinking, smoking, and all that stuff like that. And let's see, yep, belong to the Orthodox sect, like Greek Orthodox. India has Orthodox sect too. Okay, gotcha. That's interesting and stuff. So, let's see. For Ash Wednesday, hashtag Ash Wednesday. Ash Wednesday signals the beginning of Lent season for Christians. It takes place 46 days before Easter and the day after Shove Tuesday. And that's Shove Tuesday is the same as Fat Tuesday. During the religious celebration, worshippers receive ashes on the forehead, which I haven't done that for eons and stuff like that, back when I was still a kid, on the forehead as a sign of morality, grief for sins, and commitment to spiritual renewal. Ash Wednesday serves as a day to remember that you are dust. And we are, when you think about it. And to dust you shall return. The holy holiday is a reminder to human morality and the need for reconciliation with God. Yes, we're all going to stand before the man, the Lord himself. And as far as that goes, so and I guess and I know for the Catholics they can't eat meat on Friday or something like that. I never practiced that. When I was at work, there was a couple guys that when we would order out and stuff like that, I said, "Oh, we'll get fish sandwiches. You want fish sandwich?" Yeah, I guess I'll go along. I'll have a fish sandwich and stuff. I would, as far as that goes. And Tina says, "I'm not committing." Okay, you're not committing. But it's one of those things as far as that goes. And let's see. Double J says, "Same with Muslim Ramadan means renewal of faith." Okay, so there is some similarities, I guess, there because I know it kicks off, and Thamer. He's over there in Saudi Arabia, so here I go assuming again. I guess you say it's okay to assume, Double J. So I'm assuming, and I think I'm pretty clear on that, or pretty close on that. That Thamer is he practices the Muslim religion and stuff like that. Religion is good for you. Religion is good. It just. And I look at it. You have all the different sects. It's one big orchestra. You have different instruments, but they're all praising God. That's how I look at it, I guess, in the state where I'm at right now in my life. So hashtag Ash Wednesday, as far as that goes. Like I said here a few times, we have. I had yesterday did the audio podcast over on Spotify. And did I do an extra podcast? No, that was Monday. I did that, an extra audio. But we did do the. Let's see. Double J says all Muslims fast. It's their most holiest month of. Yes, yeah, and they and yeah, and well, you would say Ash. I don't know. Here in the States, it depends. If you're in a community that's really religious, you know it. And ours is sort of like right in between, not so, but we have um, as far as that goes. So it's good. Like I said, it's good to have some religion in your life. Yesterday we did do the audio podcast yesterday. I posted it up there on X and all those other fine social media platforms, a link to Spotify for Creators. And it had to deal with a very interesting, we're going to get into 100 years ago here with Roger Luther. But this article that I presented dealt with the lead pop pollution has dropped 100-fold in the U.S. over the last century, which is great. The lead pollution, the gasoline used to have lead. Now it's all lead free throughout this country. And I think around the world for the most part, because the exhaust would they were more worried about the lead in the atmosphere than CO2. The lead was devastating, and it still is devastating, even with the lead, but they've gotten the lead out as far as that goes. Lead pollution today compared to 100 years ago has dramatically declined by 100-fold over the last century, according to new research. And they use your hair, because the hair, if they can get hair from 100 years ago, they can look and they can see what the density of, because that lead pollution just sticks to the hair. So they can do sort of like a DNA analysis and stuff like that. The UK banned general sales of lead auto fuel by early 2000, and they were the last country. Algeria stopped selling leaded gas in 2021. So the fuel that you get there's the additive lead is not in it. I guess they use that. Lead is a dangerous neurotoxin that accumulates in human tissue, also hair. And the link to developing defects in children. Due to the health risk, the United States and other countries started pushing out lead in the 70s, with the U.S. achieving total elimination on the road vehicles in 1976. So a lot of people say, oh, the CO2 is bad. No, that lead, it actually affected you as a human as far as that goes. And let's see, Double J says, same as asbestos. Yes, asbestos is really bad. That is really bad. If we went into a building that had fire, we had to make sure, even if you got close proximity to that building with known asbestos in it, because they allow buildings to have asbestos just so long as it's posted. But if that stuff is burning, you don't want to get anywhere near it. So, but researchers examined hair samples from local residents going back a century and documenting how banned lead in gasoline has been a major success in reducing the environmental pollution. That's been a lot of people don't look at that. They're so focused on the CO2, which the CO2 levels are coming down. It's just, I hate to say this, Double J's, but India is one, and China are the leaders of polluting with their manufacturing processes. They don't have the scrubbers that we have like here in the United States. But our CO2 levels have come down drastically, and there's science that shows that. And I've talked about that over there on the audio podcast. So that was a pretty good article yesterday. And as far as that goes, let's see, what's this? Let's see. Double Ches say, in fact, no offense taken. It's true. Okay. It's just, the United States used to be like that, but they've gotten so health conscious and stuff like that, and they were able to do that as far as it goes. Now, do we have a lot more work to do? I think every country has a lot of work to do on their on the pollution and stuff like that. So okay, let's see. But they take the hair samples today and they look at, there's like next to no lead compared to, I remember when I was a kid, and I said this on the audio podcast yesterday, that when I used to visit my grandparents down in Brooklyn, in the cities, you had lead-based paint all over the place. So I'd be sitting there at the kitchen table and I'd be watching the squirrels playing out in the yard, I finished eating my breakfast. I would pick at the counter because the old paint chips were there, and I thought that was a little game. Pick one here. My grandmother, I got in trouble, so I stopped doing that. Once you pick that, if you as a kid, you put your finger in your mouth, that's cross contamination. So that's how kids, and you hear about kids eating paint chips. It's not necessarily, if they're touching that and touching their mouth, they're exposing themselves to the lead that they're picking at. So they've gotten the lead out of the lead-based paints and stuff like that. So, but in the gasoline, there used to be lead. Now it's all lead-free. Let's see, history. I forgot to bring up one tab here. Let me go ahead and bring this up. We're going to go to 100 years ago. We're talking about 100 years ago as far as taking samples from the hair and see what happened 100 years ago with Roger Luther here. Let me get this set up. As far as that goes, turn that off. And let's see. And I listened to this. We presented this one yesterday on the audio podcast too. It's a good one. You're going to laugh at a couple of them, Tina. I can tell you that. Okay, let's see what we got here. I got to turn on the thing there. There we go. Oh, and we still got Jesse Jackson in the queue. Let me change that out, folks. Hang on for just a minute. We're going to share that one. Let's see. That's the one. Yeah, 100 years ago. Okay, here we go. Roger Luther is the historian, the county historian for Broome County, which is the next county over here from Tioga County. And just so you know, I have no affiliation with Fox 40, just a consumer of their web pages to show you all here on the Wednesday morning coffee, what it was like here 100 years ago in the Southern Tier. So let's go ahead and listen to this.
100 years ago today, the Larrabee Dio Motor Truck Company announced plans to build a new factory at the corner of Main and Emma Streets. The company just signed a contract to manufacture taxi cabs for New York City, with the first order expected to be between 500 and 1,000 cars. A heavy accumulation of snow and ice yesterday caused the roof to collapse over the entrance to the new East Junior High School on Robinson Street. Firemen responded to a call at 140 Main Street this morning after the homeowner called to report that dogs had chased her pet cat up a tree and asked the firemen to come rescue it. And finally, a Clinton Street candy store was broken into over the weekend. Burglars got away with a quantity of cigarettes, candy, gum, and 85 cents. That was the news, February 16th, 1926.
85 cents they got away with. I know you'd laugh at that one, Tina. It's all indications. We've heard these before. It's probably the kids. 85 cents. Yesterday, I put it in the webpage when I was doing the audio podcast. That 85 cents represents about $15 to $16 they stole in today's currency due to inflation. So, but I don't know. The dead giveaway is the what is it? The gum and cigarettes. I don't know. I guess it could be a teenager and stuff like that. Of course, I had to laugh at the firemen. I thought they were responding to a fire, but it's to rescue a cat. Yeah, they used to do that. I don't think they do that anymore. And Tina says, "Oh my, oh my, yeah, exactly. Oh my." Oh, on the cat, yeah, lots of laughs. I had to laugh at that one because I don't think the fire department goes up. Well, I think some of them sometimes they do. I think in the cities and stuff, as far as that goes, Tina. So, and what was the other ones that I laughed at? Well, of course, if you get a lot of ice and snow, which they did from what we've been listening to the 100 years ago here the past week or two, they've been getting a lot of snow and whatnot. But the very first one about the Laurel B. Dio motor truck. I didn't realize there was a truck company here that made vehicles. They made 500 to 1,000 cars, taxi cabs for New York City. I did not realize that. That's something new to me. I just, as far as that goes and stuff like that, I thought that was really, really interesting as far as that goes. And in all the old shows I watch, they rescue the cats. Yeah, they do, don't they? So that's Roger Luther from on Fox 40 100 years ago, as far as that goes. So in other history, get my coffee here. We're almost out. I gotta go get some more. 20 years ago, American speed skater Shane Davis became the first black athlete to win a gold medal in the Winter Olympics for his individual event, winning the men's 1,000 meter And that was 20 years ago. That was in Italy. That was in Cortina, the Winter Olympics. He also won a silver medal in the 1500 meter. 4 years later, at the Winter Olympics in Vancouver, Canada, he repeated the feat and became the first man to win back-to-back gold medals in the 1,000 meter. And he repeated as the 1,500 meter silver as far as that goes. So Americans were doing it up 20 years ago in Cortina as far as that goes. Let's see. The first Academy Award winners were announced back in 1929 on this day. Let's see, 1977 on this day, and I remember this. It never made it to space, but the Space Shuttle Enterprise test vehicle went on a maiden flight perched atop a Boeing 747 to test its, return to the Earth as far as through the atmosphere. And Double J says it's coming to dawn outside the. Oh yeah, you can see that. Yep, we're getting the sun's rising up. It's getting there. Here's one. In 1979, snow fell in the Sahara Desert for the only time in record history, with a snowstorm that lasted 30 minutes. So, just if you think it's not going to snow, it can snow. This one is a little heart-wrenching, and they remembered him during the Daytona 500. It was on this day, February 18, 2001. Auto racing star Dale Earnhardt Sr. passed away, and I watched that race. It was a horrific. He went into the wall, and the only thing I can think of is he hopefully died instantly. But he passed away in a crash in the final lap of the Daytona 500. He was 49. And Tina, you saw that too. Yeah, I remember they honored him at this past weekend's Daytona 500. His son, he doesn't race anymore, but he is a car owner. They had him on there, so we remember him as far as that goes. Also on this day, in 1885, Mark Twain's Adventure of Huckleberry Finn was published in the United States for the first time. And Mark Twain, he's an influence here. His final resting, he is in Elmira, which is about 20 minutes down west of here. Elmira, that's where he met his wife, and he used to summer there. He's originally from, I guess, he was born in Missouri, but I guess he lived in Connecticut. But his final resting is out there. He actually, the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, they say that some of the writings that he did was right out here in Elmira. So, and let's see, 1930, the dwarf planet Pluto. For me, Pluto is a planet. I grew up. Pluto is a planet of the 9 planets. I don't care what anybody says, but the planet Pluto was discovered by American astronomer Clyde Tombaugh. They call it a dwarf planet now. It's still a planet. It circles around. Let's see. In 1994, in the final race of his Olympic career at the Winter Olympic Games in Lillehammer, Norway, U.S. speed skater Dan Johnson broke the world's record in the 1,000 meter, winning the gold medal. He was a great skater. And that's it for that, folks. Let's see, we're right at just 50, coming up on 55 minutes. So we're right on time here as far as that goes. And I know we still got 20 minutes. You're not leaving yet, Hal, unless Hal, you got to catch up with Hal. I know that. Just like mentioning that. And my coffee's almost done here, so I got to say, I do like waking up, starting this at 1:15 now, and its consistency. Oh, you know what we forgot? I forgot to. That's why we're so quick. I forgot the thought for the day. Let me go back to the thought for the day. We went right into the National Day. I guess because I was so consumed with Reverend Jesse Jackson's thing there. Our thought for the day, and quote, is from Winston Churchill. We've had one from him the other day there. Sir Winston Leonard Spencer Churchill was a British statesman, military officer, writer, and Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from 1944 to 1945 during the Second World War, and again in 1951 and 1955. So, we have Zandex. Hey, Zan, how you doing? Good morning. Glad to have you here. And let's see. Hope you are having a good. Yeah, we got a good start today. Getting the hashtag positive start today. Hashtag PSTDD, and hope all is well with you, Zan. We just forgot to do the thought for the day. We're going to have it from Winston Churchill, and his thought for the day, and our quote from Winston Churchill, it goes as follows, and that is: continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlock our potential. Continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlock our potential. And what he meant by that was that continuous persistence, effort, and is more important for success and personal growth than raw talent and intelligence or personal strength. Well, it's always good to have those. It highlights the unlocking true potential requires ongoing dedication and hard work over time rather than just relying on inert abilities. So, which is good. So we thank Winston Churchill. God bless and Godspeed. And let's see. And Tina says yes. That's she likes that one. And Zan says that's true. Yeah, it's true. It's true. You got to be consistent. And Tina says good morning to Zan on Twitch, and Zan replies back saying good morning to Tina. So getting the cordialities in there and stuff. Let me go over the sports too. There's no basketball action. They're just finishing up. There'll be games tomorrow. The Nets will be playing the Cavaliers tomorrow, and Celtics and Warriors tomorrow at 10. So they're getting back into the basketball. NHL, it's still down until after the Olympics. They're not coming back until the 25th. You mentioned that. And then spring training, we got baseball this Friday, New York Yankees and Orioles. I'm going to probably end up watching that game. That's in the afternoon, 1:05. And then they have some games on the Yankees and Tigers on Saturday and stuff like that. So the baseball season's. And Manchester City has a game this Saturday at 3 p.m. They're playing Newcastle in the Premier League. They're currently second. They're second in the Premier League, 4 points behind Arsenal. Then you got Aston Villa, Man City United. Let's see, standings. What's the standings here? So that, yeah. And then Chelsea is fifth. Liverpool is number 6. It's good. Liverpool won it all last year. So, and Newcastle is 10th. So hopefully Manchester, they've been on a winning streak here of late. So I am a Manchester City Football Club fan, and I do enjoy I do watch. I haven't really been watching them that much of late as far as that goes. And where am I from? I'm here in the southern tier of upstate New York. I'm in between Binghamton and Elmira, New York. I'm in New York State. Where are you from, Zen? First time chatter. Oh, you're first timer here. Okay, I'm just seeing that on the YouTube or on the Twitch. Where are you from, Zan? What part of the world are you from, my friend? I'm here in the United States. Oh, you're from Japan. Oh, okay. I was in Japan there before I got out of the Air Force. I'm a United States Air Force retired firefighter. I was there at Yokota Air Base, which is out in Fusa City. It's right outside. It's right outside Tokyo. I lived in Fusa City for 4 years. My last duty assignment. So I went to Mount Fuji, and I've been to Tokyo and stuff. So I've been to your country. So Is it evening? Yeah, in Tokyo right now it's 8:48. We do the weather, Zan. You weren't here for the weather, but I do the world times and temperature, and I always hit Tokyo. Right now it's you've got clear skies, 46 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's 8:48 p.m. there in Tokyo. And mad respects to you. So, okay, no, that's you're cool. That's cool. And Tina says, yeah, yep, it's evening here in Tokyo. Yeah, I enjoyed being. It's crowded in Tokyo. Oh my God, all roads lead to Tokyo, right? But I was my last duty assignment was at Yokota Air Force Base as a United States Air Force firefighter. I've been retired since '97, and as far as that goes, and you're from Kangawa. Let me see where that is on the map. Let me get this. Let me copy this. Let's see, Kangawa. Where's Kangawa? What part of Japan is Kangawa in? Let's see. Kangawa. Your Kangawa Prefecture, located south of Tokyo, is a major Japanese region known for its mixed modern, urban, and historical sites. Okay, famed for the port of. Oh, you're down city of Yokohama, the capital, ancient capital. Okay, okay, so you're south of Tokyo. Okay, cool, very cool. Yeah, I enjoyed the 4 years I was over there. It was very crowded, though, very crowded as far as that goes. And oh, here he is, Farmer, coming in from the state of Virginia. Thank you, Farmer, for the flags. How you doing, my friend? Glad to have you here. Hope all is well with you. And and Tina says I should have said good evening. Yeah, that's well, it's morning here, and. Yeah, it's the Japanese region. We call it the prefecture. Tina saying good morning to Farmer, and Zan says our friend, our new friend, and first time chatter on Twitch from Twitch here from Japan. So we have someone from Japan. So I've been to Japan. I've been to Italy. I was stationed down in the Philippines when I first came in the service. Also, so I've been around the world a couple times and stuff like that. And but my last duty assignment in Japan, that was pretty unique because it's very crowded there. That was the thing, and Americans, we stand out like a sore thumb. I go down through downtown Fusa, walk into the McDonald's, and my height is up here, and all the Japanese people, because I'm like 6'5", I'm pretty tall, and except the younger generation, they're taller than the older Japanese there. I noticed, but even still, I stood out like a sore thumb. And the one thing I remember was I got schooled in the fact that you don't eat anything when you're walking. You eat your food right there. If you get something at the vending machine, and that's the first time I ever got a coffee from a vending machine, a hot coffee in the can. The guy I was with, he said, "No, we have to drink it here. You don't walk with it," like they do down in New York City. As far as that goes, Tina's saying good morning to Farmer, and let's see. Double J says, "You are international, Rich. Lots of love." Yeah, I used to be. Very few Americans have got a worldly has got a worldly view. Yeah, I appreciate it. That was as an education unto itself. And let's see. Zan says, "Yeah, how tall? I'm 6'5", 6 feet 5 inches. I don't know how many meters that is. Let me see. Let me check. Let's see. 6'5". 6 feet 5 inches. Let me see, 6'5" in meters. I'm 1.95 meters, so I'm almost 2 meters. You're 5'8". Okay, then you're tall. That's tall for. Let's see. And Farmer is saying hi to Tina. Farmer saying hi from you. Good morning there from the on the Rumble side. And Zan says, "Oh my God, you're no. I don't realize how tall I am. As far as that goes." And Zan said, "I would look like a baby in front of you." Okay, okay. That's something. And Double J says, perfect height for. I played basketball in high school. I never made it to the varsity team or the JV team. When I went to high school downstate. They had guards at my height. It was like our high school center. He was like almost 7 foot, man. I thought I was playing in the NBA when I was on the freshman team. And Zan says he's 5'8". Okay. And Tina says she's 5'2". Okay, so I'm thinking 5'8" is tall, and it's just under. I was a tall. My kid brother, he was 6'1". My older brother was 6'1", but I was taller for some reason. I was the tallest one in my family. I didn't realize how tall I was until I saw a picture of me after I graduated high school. I'm standing next to my mother, and I'm thinking, wow, I never seen pictures of me standing next to people and stuff like that. But I grew up in the 60s and 70s, so I don't really have that many pictures of myself. And Zan says to Tina, "You make me feel tall." That's good. But I never realized how tall I was because the missus, I've seen pictures with her, and I'm like, wow, am I really that tall? When I'm sitting here, I don't feel like I'm that tall. Sometimes I got to look down, but I don't realize, I guess, it's until I see it in a picture. And Tina laughs at that as far as that goes. So, that's good. Good to have you here, Zan, as far as having someone representing Japan here. And let's see. Farmer says, deplorable. It's 41 degrees here, getting up to 60 or so they claim. Think I might break out my shorts. Yeah, it's starting to get warm, isn't it, Farmer? We had a great day yesterday. It was 50 degrees Fahrenheit and gorgeous out as far as that goes. So I'm sure it's warmer down there in Virginia as far as that goes. And probably the chickens like it too, right? They like the nicer weather as far as that goes. So let's see. I think that's about it for the first half here. I'm going to have to get some more coffee here, folks. So. And let's see. Zan says, I seen someone who was 6'5" in person. Everyone calls him a Chinese. I've been called that. I've been called a big, tall sack of you know what, too, by some people. As far as that goes. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to take a little break. Zan, I'm on for an hour. I take a break. I got to get some more coffee, and I will be right back in a couple minutes. So I stay on for about 2 hours as far as that goes. And Tina, you see you later. Say hi to Hal for us. Tina's going to be leaving, going to see Hal on some other. He does. So Tina's taking off to go check out Hal's broadcast. Okay, bye. See you all later. Ciao for now, Tina. Thanks for being here. Greatly appreciate it. We'll see you. And let's see. Okay, I'm going to go and get some coffee too. Okay, yeah, I got to get a second cup of coffee here. So I will be right back, folks. Just hang loose, and we will be right back as far as that goes. we're back. We're back here on the Friday morning. Oh, that says Friday morning. What the hell does I say Friday? I should say Wednesday. I just noticed that. Did I say Friday? Let me check this. That says Wednesday. How come it says Friday? I just noticed that. Oh, that's on the Rumble side. Let me check the Twitch side here. What does it say on Twitch? Let me see. Let's go to channel. It says Friday also. What the hell? And that's the wrong. Oh my God. Where did I get that from? Let's change that. Wednesday. I don't know how I got 206. Today's the 18th. I just noticed that. Let's change that there. And I can't change it on the YouTube. I'll have to change it afterwards. What the frick? Let me make sure. Did I? Yeah, I got it right on my postings, but I didn't get it right on the date here. What the frick happened there, folks? Oh my Lord. Let me change it on the Rumble here. Edit. Thank God for editing. And let's see, it's Wednesday. I must have copied and pasted the wrong thing there. Wednesday, and today's the 18th. So we're back after correcting the title there on the. And let's see, I'm not going to be able to, let's see, that's going to show up on locals. Let me check the locals here. We broadcast on locals, which is, and that says Friday too, so I'm going to have to change that. Can I edit that? I can't edit that, can I? No, can't edit. So I'm going to have to delete, and I'll just repost the link to the broadcast. But for the most part, we changed it on the thing. It's the Wednesday morning coffee here on this 02.18.2026 at Rumble Video Broadcast. We got the second half of the broadcast going here. We have a very active chat going on, and Deplorable saying good morning to Farmer there before we went for a break and stuff like that. So we're all caught up on the chat and stuff like that. But Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich over there on X and all those other platforms. Just Google at Fireman Rich and you'll see where I'm at as far as that goes. And man, I haven't done that thing, a mistake on the title in a long time and stuff. What the hell was I copying? Let me check my notes here. Because I set up the date. That must have been before. I don't know how I did that. That's that's weird. But it's on the let's see, Friday morning coffee 02.06, which was 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago. I don't know how I got that in there. What the hell? Okay. But anyway, we'll correct it on afterwards. I do post editing anyway and stuff like that. So. But we are back here for the second half to check out some news sites there, to see what's going on here in the southern tier of upstate New York this morning. Oh, second cup of coffee as far as that goes. And Zan says, "Hey, welcome back, Rich." Yeah, thank you. I just had to correct the title there and stuff. I just know it's like, what the hell? It's not the 6th today, it's 18th. It happens, and nothing's perfect in this world, so that keeps you honest, I guess, as far as that goes. We're going to be showing some web pages here, and I have no affiliation with them. We're going to be showing some articles like we did with Fox. I think there was a fire in upstate New York in Boonville we're going to look at. But we'll be looking at the radio station WEBO here in Owego, New York, NBF that's out there in Binghamton, Channel 12 WBNG, which is Oh yeah, that's true. That is true. Deplorable. Yeah, the shooting up there, that's right near Brown University too. So that's even worse, you know. And yeah, I heard the particulars on that yesterday. That was pretty bad. You know, it's another shooting at a hockey game. Come on, give me a break. And Farmer saying good morning to Deplorable on the Rumble side. Rumble rocks. Rumble is a great place to be at. I love Rumble. But Channel 12, that's the CBS affiliate. We'll be looking at their webpage, WAAL, which is sister channel WNBF. Channel 34, which is actually NBC5 now out of Binghamton. WENY in Elmira, Channel 18 in Elmira. We'll be looking at them. All these web pages, I just go through the list to iterate that I have no affiliation with them. I'm just a consumer of their webpage. Be looking at the Weagle Penny Saver, WKGB, which is a wow, insane video capturing a truck flying through the air and crashing into a house. We'll have to look at that one. Let's see, Kiss 104, which is another Binghamton. We look at their articles, but usually they're the same as WNBF. Spectrum News, we'll be looking at them. We haven't really been getting much from them. Two Buffalo web pages, WYRK 106.5 Country. And what's the other one? Their sister channel, Power 93.7 WBLK. And we'll take a look at, doesn't look like it's the same picture there. Have they updated it yet? WGR 550, we look at that, as well as 1440 News. They got the news brief. What do we got for news? They talk about civil rights icon and weed outlaws, outlaw suits. Okay. Let me get rid of these pages here. Okay, so we'll start with Fox 40 as far as that goes and see what they got. Zan says that is the only reason I don't want to travel in America. Oh, well, that's in the city, Zan. It's you know, Japan is, the crime is low in Japan. I can say that, but I was there when they had that subway incident where the guy gassed the subway. We were almost going to go into Tokyo that day too. It's like, that's a long time ago. I think you might have been too young for that, maybe that. But that was a pretty bad incident there. So it happens all over. You just got to be cautious and aware of your surroundings and stuff like that. America's not it's not an evil place. I'll tell you that right, Zana. It's my country. I love this country. It's a beautiful country. But it has its faults, and majority of the time it seems like it's in the city. I live out in the rural area, the country area here in upstate New York, as far as that goes. So New York City, or New York, is not defined by New York City. So I can say that for a fact. And Deplorable gives me the Rumble sign. Yes, Rumble rocks. Oh yeah, I'm only 20. Okay, so you were probably just small when that happened. It was. You probably heard about it. The bad people there in the subways of in Tokyo, they gassed and they killed a lot of people there. That was bad. It's a mass shooting, or it's a mass killing, I guess, just like we have the shootings here. Oh, you know about it? Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that was a big surprise, especially living in Japan. It's like, what? We're all on the air base there at Yokota. We're all looking at each other like, that's actually happening? It was a big surprise for us. We were really shocked as far as that goes. Okay, let's see what we got on Fox 40 here first. Let me bring it up here. What do we got for articles, news articles here? Let's see. What's this update on share?
We're learning
Okay, this is that fire we talked about.
more about the major fire.
This is a fire in Johnson City Monday, I think. Let's go ahead and bring this one up. We'll share this one. And being an ex-firefighter, Zan, just to let you know, I do show the fire calls that we have here in this area here. I sort of look at them. Okay, let's see what we got here. Where is it? Right here. Oh, I disengaged it. Okay, let's bring this back up here. Hang on. My tabs are going all over the place here. Okay, let's see. We're going to be present. Go to Fox 40. Share. Thank you, Zan. Thank you. I guess I gave you a good first impression, so it's cool. I appreciate that. An update on the Cherry Street fire that happened in Johnson City here. Let's bring this one up now. Okay, there it is. It's right there. Let's go ahead and bring this up. Here we go.
We're learning more about the major fire in Johnson City Sunday night that left multiple people displaced. It started as a fully involved basement fire that quickly extended into the second floor. The fire then extended through the east side and began threatening a neighboring home. The building contained 5 apartments. Authorities say approximately 25 people were displaced. The American Red Cross is providing assistance to those affected. No serious injuries were reported, but due to the extensive damage, the building was demolished. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Johnson City Fire Marshal's office at 607-729-04.
Okay, they said the fire started. The initial report was it started in the basement. Okay, so this fire, as you can see from the picture, let me go bring it back. There's the fire there on Cherry Street. You can see they had flames all the way going through it. So there was 5. This is a large building, 5 apartments. 25 people lived in this building, so they all got out. That's the big plus right there. Nobody was hurt. Even all the pets got out, they said. But you can see that was a very extensive fire. It was a defensive fire, and we look at the camera. You can see there nobody's going into that building, and the damage was such that. They were shooting a hand. When you get lines, they're shooting water from the outside going in. That's a defensive fire. But everybody was out, so there's no sense in going in there because it's an old structure too. This looking at it, it probably was built during the 1940s and 1950s or something like that. So there's the firefighters are all packed out, but they're not inside because there's no need for them to be inside. All the people got out, and the thing of it is, there's such damage. They ended up demolishing it. Okay, you couldn't rebuild it, so they just tore it down. So that's the follow up that everybody got out, but at this time the building itself is torn down as far as that goes. So that was a follow up as far as that goes for that fire. That's on Fox 40. Again, no affiliation with Fox 40. And let's see what else we got here on news from Fox. Here's another article, a video on Jesse Jackson. Let's go ahead and bring this up as far as to give you some context on Jesse Jackson's visit. He visited here in the Southern Tier. But we opened up the broadcast here, paying our respects to the Reverend Jesse Jackson. So here's another article, another video there showing that. So let's go ahead and listen to this one here too on Fox 40.
It has been nearly 40 years since Reverend Jesse Jackson brought his Rainbow Coalition to the Southern Tier. But for many in Binghamton, the echoes of his Keep Hope Alive message are still loud and clear. Tonight, TJ Eck looks back at that historic 1988 visit, the lasting impression it left on local civil rights leaders.
In April 1988, the Southern Tier became a focal point for a historic political movement. Just days before the New York primary, Reverend Jesse Jackson brought his Rainbow Coalition to Binghamton University, drawing a crowd that a Press and Sun Bulletin reporter described as a quilt of all colors.
Jesse Jackson is definitely a pillar. Not only for the Black community, but also for the American community, because he stood for justice. He wanted to make sure people were treated fairly.
The visit was marked by moments of deep humanity. Jackson invited Jesse Euler Jr., a local AIDS patient, onto the stage to advocate for compassion at the height of the epidemic. Euler told the packed gym, "I know there's hope. I know there's a cure." Jackson's catchphrases, "I am somebody" and "keep hope alive" became rallying cries that resonated far beyond the SUNY Binghamton campus. While some locals expressed doubt about his electability at the time, figures like then New York Governor Mario Cuomo praised him as a singularly important Democrat. His performance in the 1988 primaries is widely credited with paving the way for Barack Obama 20 years later.
We do have a member of the NAACP who was able to hear him speak when he was here in Binghamton in 1988. She tells us all the time about how she was trying to quietly leave the building after he was done speaking, and just so happened to run into him on her way out. So she tells us all the time about how that meeting and that instance impacted her in her life.
Jesse Jackson didn't leave Binghamton with the nomination, but he left a blueprint for progress, paving the way for future leaders. His visit stands as a pivotal moment in the ever-evolving story of civil rights in Broome County.
So Jesse Jackson passed away here Tuesday morning at age 84. He visited the southern tier of upstate New York, and we remember him, and he's still remembered today. So it's like most other candidates that were running for president. This is a rural area. Binghamton is it's a small town, it's a small city, but the Binghamton University, a very prominent university here in New York State, I think, and he decided to visit here, and I liked what the gentleman said. He was a man of for all Americans. He worked for all Americans and stuff like that, and I thank him for that. He was a great American, and he will be missed. And let's see, Zan said, "Oh, on the fire, yeah, they got all out. That's the biggest thing on a fire. Everybody gets out because you can rebuild a building, Zan, yeah, and stuff, and as far as that's going, yeah, good thing everybody got." Good thing everybody got out. There it is. Yeah, that's true. That's in any fire. That's what me as a firefighter wishes. Everybody get out, and then we can just do the surround and drown bit. Okay, so that was a good one. A follow up on Jesse Jackson. I guess again a great American. Oh, let's see. Anything else on Fox 40? No, nothing on Fox 40. Let's check WEBO, which usually doesn't have that much. And there's nothing there on WEBO. WNBF, let's check WNBF. Anything there? And not seeing anything. Oh, they follow up on the Johnson City, the large Johnson City fire that took place here. Let's see. Did Bob Joseph take a picture of it? Okay, this is on the fire. Let's go ahead and yeah, this is the house. I guess it happened over the weekend. Let me bring this one up. This is the house fire as far as before it was demolished and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and bring this up. Bouncing back and forth. What was that? No, that okay. This is Bob Josephs from WNBF 1290, and that's the house that was burning right there before they wrecked it. Let's go listen to this one. Let's see. Is this about a minute?
It's Monday, February 16th, 2026. This is what's left of an apartment house at the corner of Grand Avenue and Cherry Street in the village of Johnson City. Fire erupted in this building around 5 p.m. Sunday. Initial reports indicated the fire may have started in the basement area of this structure. Firefighters from Johnson City and several other departments were on the scene for several hours, working to get the fire under control. And this is the morning after. Utility crews are on the scene. NYSEG village workers are also on the scene, ahead of the demolition of what's left of this burnout structure. I'm Bob Joseph reporting from Johnson City.
Okay, so that's Bob Joseph from 14, or let me see. Let me bring up his page here. This article was, hang on for just a moment, folks. Yeah, there's the article. That's WNBF, the large Johnson City fire. The building's no more. I guess I stand corrected. It took place on Sunday, and we talked about it on Monday's show, Monday morning broadcast. And that building is there no more, as you can see from the Fox 40. But I want to get Bob Joseph there. He they're tearing it down. This is the after effect. They're disconnecting all the utilities there to get it done. There's the video, and there's Bob Joseph right there. City demolishes. Let's go ahead. And that's the house no more. So it's already wrecked. They probably have it covered because there's asbestos in there. It's an old building, so they wrecked it, and they got to keep it wet as far as that goes. So you can see the building is covered, and right there, that's so we get a good picture, a follow up as far as that goes to the fire on. So that fire took place Sunday, and I said Tuesday, so I was wrong on that. So that's a good follow up. And Bob Joseph, we thank WNBF. He's on News Radio 1290 there in Binghamton. Bob Joseph does a good job on his web pages, following up and stuff. So we do appreciate it. So, and they're a good news outlet. So let's see what else we have on there. Nothing else. Let's go ahead and. Oh shoot! What happened there? I forgot. Let's see. WBNG. Okay, there it is. Let's check WBNG webpage. And they talk about Jesse Jackson. Let's go ahead and we'll switch back to Jesse Jackson here as far as see what WBNG has to say. Oh no, we saw this at the beginning. So
this morning,
yeah, we already saw this one. Okay, we already saw that one. And let's see, is there anything else? Searchers find wreck of a luxury steam in Lake Michigan. This is out.
A shipwreck.
This is out. This is out there. Tim Fan 40's way. Let's go ahead and see what. Let's bring this one up. I saw the headline for this. Let's see. Let me bring this up here. Oh, did I? Oh, I stopped my my presentation here. Let's see. Okay. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and bring this. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is a luxury liner. I guess let's see what this is about.
Hunter found a ship he's been looking for since 1965. This is the Lac La Belle, a 217-foot steamer built in 1864. About 2 hours into a trip on Lake Michigan in 1872, the ship began to take on water. 53 passengers and crew evacuated on lifeboats, and the ship sank stern first. One of the lifeboats capsized on the way to shore, killing 8 people. Shipwreck hunter Paul Ehorn and his team found the ship in 2022 after a clue led them to the right spot. They used side-scan sonar to spot the wreckage between Racine and Kenosha, Wisconsin. Ehorn told the Associated Press that his team was able to go down to make a 3D video model of the ship last summer. They recently released photos of their discovery. The boat's one of thousands of shipwrecks believed to still be at the bottom of the Great Lakes.
So there it is. They found a ship that has been lost for 150 years there in Lake Michigan. That's out towards Tim Fan 40's way. Oh, what the hell did I do here again? Let's see. That goes right there. So, oh, no, we don't want that there. We want that back over here. Okay. So they rediscovered something 150 years ago, a ship that was down. It's probably well preserved if it's down there. It's pretty cold down there and stuff. So let's see. Anything else on WBNG? Nope. That's it for that. Let's see. The whale is the same as WNBF. And let's go to channel 5. Okay. This is another fire that just took place here. About 14 hours ago. This is the one I was looking for. This is off of Channel 5 News, Channel 30, Binghamton hometown. Or no, is this the same fire we just saw? Oh, this is the fire we just saw. Okay, disregard that. We don't need to see that. I thought this was one that showed Boonville. Okay, here's somebody in Owego getting into the snow here. Let's go ahead and bring this up. I'll give you an idea of the snow that we got here in the area. And let's see, we'll share this tab. We'll bring it up. There it is. Owego man here in Owego, New York, creates a massive snow castle. Let's see what that's all about, folks.
And is proving that playing in the snow is not only fun for kids, but kids at heart. For over 50 years, Dennis Travis has been creating snow and ice sculptures during the winter months. The tradition began when he and his cousins would make igloos as teenagers. This year, Travis created what he calls Castle 2026. Castle 2026 is made up of over 2,500 snow bricks and took Travis around 2 weeks to complete, over 116 hours in total. Travis uses molds he found at a thrift store to create the structure and colors it with a blue food dye mixture. Travis says the last castle he built was in 2020 due to insufficient snowfall. He says he tries to make the castle bigger and better each year, and he says it's a big hit.
My neighbors love it. They stop and they tell me, we love what you do to the neighborhood, keep it up. But yeah, it's always a positive experience. I love doing it for people. It's a great feeling of accomplishment. It is. When I get it done and I look at everything, I'm like, that's what I'm looking for. So it makes me feel good when everything comes together.
The weather is going to get warmer over the next few days, so Travis encourages everyone to come check it out before it melts. The castle is located at 1625 Burnt Hill Road in the town of Owego. Travis says he plans to keep the tradition alive, weather depending, as long as possible.
So with the weather we had yesterday and the rain we're having today, I think that castle is going to be no more as far as that goes, folks. That's here in Owego, town of Owego. And as far as that goes, so it's just playing in the snow. He likes doing that. He has the molds. That looks like a pretty good snow castle there. Ice castle as far as that goes. So did you say you saw that?
I saw it either online. Yeah, I saw it somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. So a couple days ago with the warm weather we had yesterday, it's probably melting right now. Well, he's up on the hills there in Owego too. I think that's yeah. So it's a little bit colder up there. Let's see what else we got on. Okay, that's a follow up on the house fire there. I thought they have something in here with Boonville, but they don't. Let's see, WENY. Let's see, do we have anything on there? That's out of Elmira, the ABC affiliate. They talk about Mr. Jackson.
Spectrum News might have Boonville thing.
Yeah, I'll have to check that. Yeah. Let's see. Do they have a? No, they just got a static article there. And let's see, Channel 18. Oh, it was on Channel 18, Elmira. Let's go ahead and go to this one, top story. Yeah, this is Boonville, New York. 4 firefighters and a pastor were injured after explosion at a New York church, according to local authorities. Boonville is north of here. How far do you think that's?
Probably
3 hours. Yeah, it's 3 hours. It's northeast of Syracuse. It's up in the Adirondacks. You had 4 firefighters ranging from the age of, well, one Boonville firefighter was 71. The pastor was 43. So let's go ahead and bring this article up here. This is the fire I was looking at. This is up in Boonville, New York. Boonville is a nice little town. Is that a village, you would say, or a town? It's a nice place. Boonville is up there in the Adirondacks.
Usually a village is within a town. So.
Yeah. So let me bring this one up. And this is from My Twin Tiers, Channel 18. We'll see if they have something on Spectrum. And this is another fire that we had injuries, but it looks like it was a church. Let me turn off the closed captions. So this is up in Boonville, New York. Okay, I guess we have no audio. So this is a church. It's a total loss. You can see that this is the fire grounds right here. It was during the day. And that's the aerial ladder. There's just basically right now it's just a surround and drowned as far as that goes. And let's see, Farmer was saying down there in Virginia, there was a house that exploded due to a gas leak. I think early Monday morning in Centralville, Virginia. A couple of my old buddies were on it, and they evacuated the neighborhood. Yeah, okay, they got that gas. I see what you're saying there. Yeah, the gas stuff can be bad. This is up in Boonville, though. It happened the other night there. It looks like we have a church explosion leaving 5 injured, and they were the pastor and the firefighter. So they might have had a gas explosion in there and stuff like that. So, but this is just a raw footage of the fire ground, and you can see the building there. It's basically a mop-up defensive operation there and stuff like that. But the firefighters themselves, I guess they what is it? Let's see. The fire crews were called to the scene approximately 10:23 on Tuesday, February 17th, for a call of an odor of gas. So this was another gas one, Farmer. The explosion occurred at 10:45. So that's you're talking 22 minutes after it was called in. New York State Police identified 5 Boonville fire chief, 3 Boonville firefighters, and the pastor. The fire chief was 60. One firefighter was 67. Another one was 43, and then there was a Boonville firefighter who was 71. What's he still being a volunteer? And the pastor was 43. They were all transported to Upstate Hospital in Syracuse. One of them remains at Wayne Hospital in Utica. Hospital officials say all 5 people are in critical but stable condition. So they probably took the blast. They were inside the building. Fogging conditions in the area forced transportation via ambulance instead of helicopter. So they tried doing a medevac, but they couldn't because of the weather. Multiple fire departments were on scene, and nearby State 12 was closed. I used to drive up on. I probably went right by there.
That's north. That was north of Rome.
Oh, north. Okay, yeah, north. Okay, but
Northeast
12.
of Rome.
I used to take 12 south to come here.
But they were probably in there investigating the gas smell when it blew.
Right. And let's see, years. Old gas pipes can easily equal. Okay, that's true, and that is sad. Yeah. But nobody was killed though. That's a good thing. That's the blessing right there. Yeah, not you. Okay, yeah, okay, got you. I got you, farmer. Let's see. I'm deeply saddened by the explosion at Abundant Life Fellowship Church in the village of village of Boonville, and I'm praying for all those impacted by the tragic incident. Our thoughts are especially with the Boonville firefighters and the church member who were injured. I commend the bravery and professionalism of first responders who rushed towards the danger to protect others. Oneonta County is in close communication with local officials and emergency services, and we stand ready to provide any assistance needed as the investigation continues. State police have said there is no indications of criminal activity and are present at both hospitals, and the church has been considered destroyed. So it looked destroyed there on that film clip there. So that was the fire there that took place Tuesday. Let's see. Homeowners warned about ice dams and roof damage. Okay. All right. That's it for. We got rain coming in, don't we? We got the fog. Okay, there's the fog. It is foggy out. Holy criminy! Look at that fog. Yeah, we got a fog alert. Let's see. Let me show you the current satellite here. Let me see if I can bring this up here. This is we got rain coming in. Yeah, there's the current. That's the active satellite there from channel 18, or is that my Twin Tiers? Oh, okay. This is channel 18. Yeah, the local active radar. We got storms coming in. Yeah, that's the weather right now we got in New York State. No, I want that on.
Oh, I just turned it on when I came in.
Oh, did you? I thought I had it on. Okay. So that's the weather we have right now. Let me bring up our active Doppler. There's our active Doppler here. And that's what's coming in right now. That's our active Doppler going on right now. And this is Tioga County right there in the center. So that's what we got coming in. So we got all this rain to the south, all this over here coming in. So that's Tioga County right there, and Broome County's right next door. So that's our current weather right now going on. Okay, let's see. Okay, that was channel 18 out of Elmira. Penny Saver, no, nothing goes on in Penn. Okay, and then we got this. Let me see what. Let me check this out first here. Let me bring this up. We're going to go to. This is WKGB. They have this insane. I want to check this video out first. Let me preview it here first. Talks about an insane. Where's the video? Well, they say there's a video. The door cam footage. Is that the door cam footage? Let's see. We got comments on there. I don't want to show. Let me see if I can. Let's see. Okay, let's let me play that. Let me reset this. Okay, let's what do we got? Okay, so this is talking about an insane video captures, and it's a door cam. Let me go ahead and bring it up here. It's on Instagram. It says the truck literally went 20 feet. So let's go ahead and bring this up. See, do we got it? Okay, there's the video right there. Okay, we'll go ahead and play it here.
Yeah, I did a double take too when I saw that for the first time. And no, your eyes are not deceiving you. This is surveillance video from a front door camera in Tiger that shows a pickup
Look
truck
at that. Wow.
flying through the air into a house across the street.
my
On
God.
Friday, we told you about how everyone in that home was okay. And somehow the two people in the truck suffered only minor injuries. Alma McCarty's in the newsroom with the update. Alma, just one word here. Wow.
Yeah, David, you could definitely say that. It is one thing to hear about it, and it's another thing entirely.
Okay, that's the Instagram video of it as far as that goes. And what is it? A dramatic video, which we just saw, captures the moment. That was 20 feet up there, wasn't it? That was freaking flying. And let's see. Deplorable says you are getting all the rain that has been dumping. Yeah, we're getting it coming from your side, Deplorable. That's for sure. As far as that goes, and Double J says, "Is the car insurance enough for repair?" I don't know, Double J. That's a lot for. But that video, yeah, it did show. But the dramatic video was captured the moment a pickup truck flew through the air, and it looked like 20 feet, and crashed into a family home in Tigard, Oregon, just outside Portland. The incident occurred 3 a.m. on Tuesday, February 13th, where a 33-year-old struck a dirt mound while speeding. According to police, the impact launched his Ford pickup approximately 100 feet through the air, clearing 3 feet brick wall before slamming into. So he went over a brick wall. Oh my God, geez, Louise, that's something, huh? So that's on WKGB, rock channel that's out of Binghamton, New York. They play some good music. You can listen to them online. Binghamton's Rock. Okay, so let's see. Kiss 104. They have same articles as the Whale and WNBF. And Double J says, I wouldn't be happy as a house owner. Glad. I wonder if that's covered by his home insurance too, Double J's. Yeah, everybody's okay. That's the bottom line right there. Exactly, Double J. I wonder if is that in my insurance, my home insurance? Hit by a car. It's like coming flying. That went flying. Cleared a 3 foot brick fence there. That's something. Okay, let's see. Spectrum News. They have any more on that Boomville fire? Okay, yeah, 4 firefighters. Let's see. Is there a video here? No video. The Boomville fire, it's the same thing. They're all in the hospital and stuff, and no video on that from Spectrum. And let's see, anything else? Nothing else. Okay. Let's see. Up in Buffalo area, what do we got here? Nothing on Buffalo's number one for New Country, 106.5. And let's see, probably the same as on their other one. There's nothing there. Okay, so there's nothing there. Let's see. And news brief on 1440, there's nothing there either. So, and I don't have it set up. I'm not going to set it up. So we're not going to do the Commodore 64 headline news there from Fox and CNN this morning. I didn't set it up, and I'm not going to monkey around. We're on for 2 hours right now. So I guess I'm not going to go for a walk. I was thinking about going for a walk, but we're getting rain there. Deplorable. It's coming in and it's foggy as hell out there. We're up to 35 degrees Fahrenheit here in upstate New York. And I was going to go to the Commodore. We'll save that for Friday. We did it Monday. We're going to do it Friday. I'll make sure it's set up for Friday. Definitely a Friday thing to do. I took down my cables because I was doing something here. And as far as the cable here, and I got the cable in the bag in the back. I don't want to dig that out. It would take too long as far as that goes. And let's see. Double J say, I wouldn't be happy as a homeowner. Yeah, I wouldn't either and stuff like that. Double J's. And enjoy lots of, enjoy the weather you're sending my way, deplorable. Yeah. No, if anything, it'll take care of the rest of the snow out there. The snow, is it raining out there? It's wet. It's foggy out and it's wet. We haven't gotten any rain yet. Let's check the WBNG radar here. Let's see. Where is it at here? It's still not hitting us according to that. I don't know. Let me see something. Huh. Maybe they haven't updated that one yet. I don't know, but let me check my weather map here from Weather Underground. Yeah, it's still just a tad out. Okay, it's just starting to hit us. Okay, we're on the verge of it, stuff like that. Let me bring this up before we leave. Let me bring this one up here. Let's see. Where are we at here? Here we go. Let me bring this down first and we'll go to our interactive map here and okay, almost there, folks. Almost there. There we go. There's our interactive map for New York State. So that's the weather that's coming in for New York State. There's the country. Oh, they got a tornado out in Las Vegas. And but in New York State, in Tioga, let me zoom into Tioga County. There's Tioga County there. There's Owego right there. This is Tioga County. That's where I live. Binghamton's over here, and you can see it's just starting to come in. So if I put the finger right, the mouse, there's where it is. It's just coming in. And Deplorable is out here. Where's Olean? Okay, he's out here in Bradford. Where's Bradford? I know it's down here. I can't see. It's down here in Pennsylvania. He's down over here. This part of Pennsylvania here. And let's see. So that's the weather right now currently in New York. As far as that goes. So there we go with the weather. And so it's going to be a wet one today. So I'll be doing the bicycle. As far as for my exercise today. And see what happens this afternoon. I may live stream a game. I know I say that and I procrastinate. If our good friend Liberty was here, she'd probably say, "Oh, you're procrastinating." Yeah, I'm procrastinating. But we've been on for 2 hours and coming up on 2 hours and 5 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and exit stage left here. And I want to say thank you to Tina for being here in the chat. Thank you very much. Our good friend Tony. Thank you, Tony, my good friend, my fellow veteran and fellow broadcaster there. Thank you, Tony, for being here, coming in from Warner Robins, Georgia. And want to say thank you to Double J's. And let's see, too cold to ride the bike, Deplorable says. Yeah. Plus it's wet and messy and stuff. Thank you, Double J's, for being here, my friend, coming from the undisclosed location from the Southern Hemisphere there. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate it. You be safe, and we'll see you in the next one there. And Deplorable, thank you, Deplorable. Yeah, you. What the hell? Go out and take a spin around the house. And Double J says, okay, take care. Happy hump day. Yeah, happy hump day to you, Double J's. And Farmer, he's saying, have a great day, everyone, with the flags. Love the flags there, Farmer. Farmer was here coming in from Virginia. We had Tim Fan 40 coming in from Michigan. And then we had, what was it? First time chatter, I believe. Let's see, we're getting down to him. Zandex 69 coming in from Japan. Thank you very much, Zan. Appreciate it. Don't be a stranger. Glad to have you here, Zan. You have a great evening where you're at, finishing your evening. And as far as that goes, and I think that's it. We had Farmer come in after that. So thank you, Farmer, for being here, coming in from Virginia. And let's see. Double J says, okay, take care. Happy hump day. Same to you, my friend. Glad to have you here as always. And Deplorable says, too cold out to ride the bike. Go ahead. Take a spin around the house. And Farmer coming in with the flags. Have a great day, everyone. You too. Thank you for the flags. God bless America, Farmer. Thank you very much. And Deplorable coming in with the flag also. Thank you very much. And God bless America. I love this country. I love the flags. Love the Rumble flags. The American flags on Rumble. They just get me going. Thank you. Thank you for being here, everyone, in the chat. Thank you for those people that are watching the live stream that didn't take part but still watch. I appreciate your viewership, as well as those people watching on the replay. Thank you very much. That is greatly, greatly appreciated. And as far as that goes, and I do see those numbers, and they are, I want to acknowledge them. Thank you for the people that are listening. We repurpose this audio on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify, and thank you for the listens on there as far as that goes. And let me check my audio. Yeah, my audio is still going. Okay. And the audio usually goes right up afterwards, unless I have to do some more post editing and stuff like that, or re-record the audio from to post it up. I like just putting up the audio. I guess I could download the video and then upload it, but it's better if I just do the raw audio and stuff. So, but thank you for those replay views and the people listening on Spotify, as well as the people listening or watching on the live stream, and the people in the chat. Thank you very much for taking part, having a good conversation with a good cup of coffee this morning. I do appreciate that. It really means a lot to me, and that. So, but with that, I am at Fireman Rich over there on X, at Fireman Rich on other fine and great, good social media platforms. Just Google at Fireman Rich, and you'll see where I'm at, or else just look at the show notes, and you'll see some links to where else I'm at. But Google at Fireman Rich, and you'll see where else I'm at. But my mainstay is at Fireman Rich on X if you want to see what I'm doing on these interwebs. So with that, I'm just going to say have a great day. We're halfway through the week, working towards the weekend. Do the audio podcast tomorrow, and we'll be back here Friday for the Friday. Well, it will be the Friday morning coffee. I'll get the title right and stuff like that. So other than that, you all have a great one wherever you may be, folks. Life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, and God bless. Great show, folks. Great show. Thank you.